So welcome back, guys. So today we are going to build this application as single application web page where we fetch data from an external API, this website, and then we display it in our website. So we show loading, spinning, unload. We also I'm going to show also how to manipulate the cookies through your browser, set the cookie or check the cookies, and then we also have some features here where you can filter user by name, or you can also view user details, and you can close the model by tapping in the model outside of the window, or by closing through the button. We are also going to see how we can of course set the theme mode to dark or light mode. Okay, so our application also is responsive in a small or medium screen. This is a medium, and if you go to small screen, you see now we have only one column is responsive, and if you go to large screen, we have now 4 columns. All right, so in this video, I'm not going to save time. I'm not going to write a CSS. So I'm just going to paste the CSS. If you want to see about this on the CSS, you can check my previous video where we are writing this responsive columns using just plain HTML and plain CSS. All right, so to get started, we just need our code editor. I'm using a VS Code, and I'm currently on Windows, so you can still follow along with your preferred code editor. All right, let's go to our window and get started. All right, so here I'm on my window. What I want to do is I just have to create a new folder. I call the let me just call API project. API project. All right, so you can name the folder any name. So of course I'm going to open this with the VS Code. All right, so what I want to do now is now to create I want to create now some files in here. So first one is index.html. I'm going to create an index.html, and then we also need CSS, so which is going to be style.css, and we also need the JavaScript. I'm just going to call this app.javascript. So this is the only files we need for this project. Right, so for CSS, I'm not going to write CSS I want to make this video short, so I'm just going to paste this CSS here. And we have to write our HTML and JavaScript from scratch. All right, so to get started, we of course want to write our HTML markup, boilerplate template. So the name is the title just going to be API fetch data, API demo. That's good. Okay, so we have some stuff here we also need. We link. Okay, so if you go to our original website, you see that we are using font away some icons here. So we need in our HTML we need to link font away some, I have a link here, so I will leave the link on the description below of this video. Secondly, as always, we have to add some meta for this template. First one is meta description. You can add keywords and all of that. So just want to get rid of this because it's already there. Of course, we want to link now our CSS. I can this one I can add my name. Go ahead and add yours. To link our CSS, of course. So link CSS. This is our CSS file. I also want to link my JavaScript. Remember, always have to link your JavaScript before the end, before the closing tag. So link to JS. Okay, our JavaScript is actually app.js. So I'm going to do app.js. That's the one exactly. All right, so this is it. We have nothing else here. Now we just have to go ahead and add our HTML markup. So the first thing first, we want to add we have to use our website to reference, our original website as a reference. So you can see here we have a hero section here, and then we have a nav bar. So in the hero section, you can see we have title and this one. So I'm going to do this very fast. So we just have a div, which call this one, we give the class top container, and have a title or heading. That's going to be h1, called API fetch demo project, and we need a button, which in this case is just going to be button, but we don't give that class. Type of button, and then class of primary. I'm just going to set primary class, primary button. All right. Of course, this is a toggler, so theme. All right. But we need the icon, so we're using I stand for icon. We are going to give it class of fa, and then fa moon. So fa moon. Okay, so that's it for this one, this section. The following section is navbar. Top navbar. Top nav. Okay, for this one, you want to have a div with a class of top nav. So you may be wondering what these classes. This class I already defined them in the this one, so I don't want it to write the CSS. It may take long. That's just to focus on HTML and JavaScript. All right, so class top nav bar, top nav. So in top nav, we are going to separate this in a two sections. So this is the first section, say left, and then the other one is section. Right section. So for this div, okay, for this one, of course, is just going to have links. If you see our this one here, our original website, we just have links here. We are not linking to anything, just links. So what we want to do here, we just want to add some links. So for this one is going to be home, but we don't call it home, we call it feed. And then also with the this one is we have feed and industry. Okay. And what else? Another one is just active. So you're not linking to anything, just say active here. Okay. So for the right side, we are going to have now search input plus button. So this one we are going to have an input type of search. Okay. Input type of search for the name, just called search. And then ID, we can give it ID of just filter to make it clear. What else you need there? And then we have to give it class, but you can give it it's just a type text, and to give it class. Okay, class, we can keep a class for now. Placeholder search. Okay, so next let's add the button, type of button, and then we just want to show we can add class here. Say class type of primary, class primary button, and then icon, which we are going to use also class FAS, and then FA search, FA search. All right, disable this for now. Let's just go and disable this for now. Nope, I don't want to do that. I just want to disable this. Sorry, let's disable this. Ignore it. All right, so this is it. We don't have much. I can save this, and remember we can start our live server. If you just go to the bottom of your bottom right of your VS Code, and then here is a live server, go live. So just click on go live, and this will start our application on localhost 127.0.0.1 from the port 5500, and this is our file index.html. So this is our application so far. We don't have anything, we don't have cookies, and we don't have the rest of the things. But if you see, you go to our original website and you clear cookies to our original website, and then they ask you to reload. If you reload, if you see now we have cookies here, but original one you don't have. So we want to our current website to appear as this one. All right, let's get back to our VS Code. It looks like it's something we're missing here. This one is supposed to appear the end here. So what I want to do, I want to add some classes. First of all, I want to add active class to this one class, and then active. If I save back to our VS Code, now we have active, but this one is supposed also to be on the right side here. So to do that, We want to add some classes here. Class, add flex. If you go to our CSS, this is our CSS, and then search for flex class, you see this flex class. So we want to use this flex class here, and then use a justify class. So this class also I've created it. It's here, justify end. This is justify end. All right, so I'm going to, okay, I also want to need to use a padding right and x, right and left right to 2. I want to show you this class. You can go ahead. This class is here, padding left and right here. Padding left 20, padding right 20 pixels. This is it here. So if I save and then back to the browser, now this is what we have so far. But now we don't have users, we don't have anything. All of these are not working. Don't worry, we are going to make it work. Okay, so that's it for the header section. Let's go now to main section. For the main section, one thing we want to do here, we want to first of all have a main, and then within main we need to have a spinner. The spinner, when you're indicating the loading process. So that one you need to wrap it in a div. Can wrap that in a div. After that, we need now the list, where we need now to list our users. So what we want to do is go here, create a say list, an ordered list. So that is a UL. That's a UL data. And sorry about that. What I want, the last one is this is it. Last one is a modal, so we need to have a modal, and after that we need to have footer and cookies. Okay, so back, I want to show you modal. This is the modal. Accept the cookie first. This is the modal, where you can close the modal, and then this is, we just have a simple footer here. Right. This is what we want to do here. Okay, so I want to go very fast, as much fast as I can, so that we can focus on our JavaScript. For the list, we don't have much for the list. Everything we do it on JavaScript. So for list, I'm just going to say list, close tag, give it an ID of data list. That's it. But for modal, so we're going to have a div, which you just say, give it an ID of my modal, ID of my modal, and secondly, we also want to have another div. Sorry, another div. Also give it a, but this one we can wrap a class here because we have a modal class. If you go to our CSS, you have to make sure you have a modal class. So you have this class. This is the one we are wrapping here. When we are adding to our main modal class. So secondly, we have also class. Going to give model class another class is model content. Okay, for model content, I want to show you that the class exists. We have model content. So I will leave the code in the description below for my GitHub, so you can find this project there. But try to go along with me to help you understand and know, as much as you are coding, it will help you know how to manipulate the data and understand the JavaScript very well. So this is, we have a modal content, and then the following one we have also now we need to have header for the modal, and then we also need to have board modal body, and then we'll have modal footer. So you help us to understand what we are doing right now. So modal, for the modal header, going to just modal header, but you give it a class of header. So if I take this one and I go back to modal header, you see in our CSS we have modal here. Okay, so for modal header we don't have, we just have title, closing title, but we are using I don't use that, we are using font awesome. So we have class, and then FAS, and then FA window close, FA window close. This is what we're using, but we need, this is close button. It's called this close button, but we need to have a title. We just say user, about user. That is just H2, about user. All right, so that's it for the header, modal header. For the body, we are just going to have a body, modal body, but we don't add content here. We're just going to create the classes, the sections, and the content we will add them with the JavaScript. Now we have a modal footer. We also want to add a border, okay. Okay, save that. Of course, if you go to our browser, this application, you won't see anything. There's nothing there because all this data, they are being displayed using JavaScript. Everything here, they are being displayed using JavaScript. All right. Oh, we want to add now footer. Say footer. For footer, we'll give it a class of footer. And then our footer is very simple. So div section with the class of row. I will show you that class. And then another class we are using is a copyright class. And then border top. So we have border top. So if I'll go here, search for row. You see, we have row. All these classes already exist. Okay. Another one is so for footer. If you go back to a footer, see you have two sections. This section and then left section and right section. So to do that, I can separate them by saying section or many section, and copyright section. So for the main section is a div. For this one, we are just going to have a footer class or footer many, class of footer many, and links, not linking to anything, and we have home. So I can just copy this one, and add separator, and add also another one which will now be about, and then separate again, and contact, separate again, and blog, another separator, another separator here. The last one is sorry, I need to close one of this. Other one is, which is now just social. So the copyright section also, you have copyright section, which is just a paragraph, then copyright 2024, copyright 2024, and then with a link. So I need to add a link. I can link to my own website. You can link to yours.org, and then you just say the name of my business. All right, save that back to, this is our website. This is what we have here. So remember, we have the CSS already included. Another part we need to do here is cookies. So this section, we are going to add cookie. So here I'm going to just first of all type cookies, HTML, which have div, give it a class of cookies, cookie consent, sorry, cookie consent, and then banner, cookie consent banner, cookie consent banner. So I want to show you that this class exists. I want to check that this class exists, is there. So we have the class here already. The following one is now the cookies banner. All of this one was auto suggested by AI. So I can save this, go back to our website. This is our website, this is the cookies. We want to make sure the IDs are correct, and we can also add the this website uses cookies, and the title is there. Oh, okay. So I want to check if you have the ID cookie. So you have to add an ID here. ID cookie. No, that's not the ID we want. So we want to add a cookie banner. That makes sense. All right. And set cookie. We need to have this set cookie ID. So ID set cookie, not set cookie banner. Just set cookie is fine. Set cookie btn maybe. That's it. Next, if I save, save set cookie btn. So if I save, everything still looks everything still fine here. Okay. That's it, guys. So let's go let's go to our JavaScript. Okay, so for JavaScript, we want to do document dot add event listener. We want to listen on content, DOM content full loaded, and then we want to do something. I just want to close. Okay. Okay, we want to listen on DOM content full loaded. Then we just want to console.log something to make sure there's no error. Okay, so I just want to save this and go back to my browser. I want to make sure that we don't have any error. So DOM loaded. Okay, so don't have any error. First of all, we want to set now. We want to get now the variables, set the variables you want to use. What I want to do first, I want to create a variable const called data list document dot get element by id data list. I also want to get listing a spinning spinner. I want to find where it is. This was the spinner. So for the spinner, we didn't add the content, but we add the text, the HTML markup. Let's just go ahead and add it. For the spinner, we need to add a class full wide. Let's find out if the class full wide exists. Okay, full wide exists, so we need to add a class full wide, and then also we need to add another div with an ID of loading. I'm sure the ID of loading exists, no, but the loading we will use to target the spinning. So let's say const const loading spinner, loading spinner. So is equal to document.getElement by ID and then loading. This is the, because we want to hide in it and show it. Flex, justify, center, note. All right, we keep that, and then we have a loader. I want to see if you have the loader. So loader is here. The ID loader, the style is here. So how we install it? This is the CSS about the CSS for spinning. Okay, so I'm going to just save this. I think this is it. That's it for spinning. Now we need to also get the input filter. Input filter. So for that, const, we are going to do const input. I want to call it filter, so I don't want to get confused. Input filter filter input. Sorry, filter input is equal to document.getElement by ID, and then our ID, remember, which was filter. Sometimes you don't have to accept what the AI is suggesting, which meant lead you in trouble. Start looking where is the mistake, you don't see it. All right, so we have the input filter is here. If you go back to our HTML, you see that is right here, and the ID is filter. So you have to make sure that you are copying the right ID. Okay. We also want to show. We want to first of all get our modal. Our modal is down here. This is the modal. So the modal is the ID of my modal. So get modal. So do const modal is equal to get element by ID my modal. The following one is modal content. Modal content. So we want to do const modal content is equal to query selector modal content. Document.query selector modal content. I want to find out this. Okay, exactly. The AI was smart enough. All right. The next one, we want to target the close button. So close modal, which have to make sense. Close modal is equal to document dot get element by id document dot query selector dot close. So we are targeting close. Let's find close here. HTML, look for close. About user. So we want to our class of close. So we don't have class of close, but I don't know why you don't have class of close there. Since we don't have class of close here, I think we have to wrap this in a span, and then give it a class of close. So this makes sense. Okay. This is it so far. You can save this and check in your browser if you have any error. Don't have error, but now you can see our spinning is showing. A spinner is showing. You may ask why the spinner is showing, because the spinner is here. Our spinner is here, and then by default is showing, unless we set it to display no. I can show you if you say take a spinner. See the spinner, and then we want to add class dot add heading. We have a heading class in our CSS. This is a heading class in our CSS. So if we would take, you see now, we said the heading, we added now a new class, heading class. If we go back to our browser, the spin is still there. So we have to make sure that we are taking the right one. The ID, our ID is targeting the right one. So we have to go to back to this guy. Or this is actually the ID supposed to target this one. All right. Then this is the one, get element by ID and spinner add dot class list dot add heading. Now is not there anymore. Okay, so but for now we just want to show it. We can get rid of this. We just want to show it. We don't want to add in it. This is it. What else? But we also want to get the cookies. We want to get the cookies. We have filter cookie, filter modal body. There's modal content. Modal content, we're supposed to get the modal body. You just have to verify that. Modal body. We want to get this class because here, this is where we show content. We show users detail here. Add that comment to help you understand. So we want to target this one instead. Okay, we want to get cookies, and then first of all, cookies. So for cookie const set cookie btn is equal to document.get element by id set cookie. I want to find out if the button exists. The button is, and then we also want to get the cookie banner. So the cookie banner is actually this one, the whole cookie. So we want to take this one, and then create store this in a variable. So variable cookie banner, all right. Cookie banner is equal to document.get element by id cookie banner. So we get this one by the thing, by the id. So I can hide in that if I just take then add the same class, add the class list, class list dot add hiding. Then see now our cookie banner is gone. Okay, we don't want to do that now. I will show you how we do it. Okay, what next? Next, we want to get the theme. So we can set theme mode, change theme mode. Change theme mode. So for the theme mode, we want to do nope, that's not the right way to do it. So we want to do const theme btn. Which one is it? But I want to call it theme btn toggle. Btn toggle is equal to, we want to make sure that we are getting the right bit, the right button. Where is the theme? The theme is here. The id, there is no id. So the id set theme toggle help us get it right. The idea of theme toggle. So this is the one. Then we want to change here to theme toggle. Okay. So next, we want to get now the ID, the icon, this icon. So we want to change this icon once the theme also has changed. So to do that, I'm going to do const. I want to access the icon, theme icon. We can do to this one. I want to access, I can do I take the button, the element, the current element we have, and then I want to select carry. I want to do carry select and then icon. Okay. So next, we want to, what else we want to set? That's it. But we want to get the body, the const body is equal to document.body. Okay. Now all variables set. What we want to do now, we want to now get our users. So let's users data is equal to empty array. We just create an empty array. So we want to fetch now the data. First, we want to fetch the data to show here. This is our current application and this is our original application. So you see in our original application, you spin, get the data, and then show them. So to do that, we have to use a fetch method, JS fetch method, JavaScript fetch method. So if you go to your browser, type for JavaScript fetch method, you can choose for Mozilla. You can read from Mozilla or from a W3 school. So here is the method for fetch method. So this method, the fetch API provides a JavaScript interface for making HTTP requests and processing the responses. All right, so we got so much here to read. This one replaced the old method which we had before, which was let's see, fetch is the modern replacement for XML HTTP request. So the new one we are using now is fetch method. So go ahead and read, understand the fetch method. By default, the fetch method the fetch method is get. So what we want to do here, we want to do get. We want to do fetch, and then we want to pass our URL. No, this is not the right URL. I show you the URL is this one. So this is the currently URL where you want to fetch the users. If a website, this is the website. So if you go website, the website is /API, and then by default you load this user. Now you can see the user we are getting. We got the result, and the result is got users, etc. But if you take this result, this is a kind of page, the current page. If you take these users and then you add here just a question mark, the parameter to set now the users, let's say to 20, you load, now you see you get now 20. So this is what we want to do here. So you want to copy that one and then go to our website, our application. We just set this URL here. Let's set to 100. All right. So back to browser, you see to Mozilla, or you can also use a W3 School. You can use W3 School to check JS fetch method. You'll get much information about fetch method. So for fetch method, the first then we want to do is a fetch dot then. So the first then we get response. We get the response, so we have to convert that response to JSON. We have to extract the JSON data from the response. So we get fetch dot then a response. We get the response. Then we do another then to actually use now the data data now a dot then now we have data. So if I console.log data go to our browser, our application is here. Just go to console, and then we see now we have data. That was so easy, just like that. Okay, so we have data, and then we see we have a result here, which is 100. If we change here, you set it to 200, you see now we still get 200. The data, the result is 200. Okay, so now after getting the data, please go ahead and read more. We have Mozilla documentation here, or you can also use AI to read. Remember, we are using AI to learn more, or to learn how to code fast. Or you can also use W3 School. Okay, so after getting the data, but you can also catch for error. So in this video, I'm not going to print the error. I'm just going to catch the error and then show them. So I'm going to do catch. I can do dot catch. If error, we're just going to console.log error. Console.log can do backtips error. We print the error. Okay, back to our application. We want to see if you have error. We don't have error, but what we want to do instead, if you get the data, so we want to add in now our we want to add in the spinner. So to do that, you can do, if you get data, add in it. Even if you get the error, add in the spinning. So this is what we do here. So if I save this, Control S on my window, Command S on your Mac. So now you see the spinning is gone. The spinner is gone. It's not there anymore. So now, but we can't show the data. We can't show the users. If you go to our original website, you reload noise pin, you get the data, and then you show users. This is what we want to do here. Now in this case, to show the users, first of all, remember we have a variable here, so we want to assign this the response, the data in our variable. So we can do our variable is equal to data.result. Why data.result? I can show you. If you console.log data, you'll see that this is our application. You see that this is our data is actually an object, and then we got a result here. So if you take result, this is where the user are. So we want to now get the data. We want to now get the users. So we say data.result. Since the JavaScript is an object, we access it this way. All right, remove this one. But now, how are you going to display the users? That's the question. Okay, to display the users, we want to create another variable, which can another function can help us to display the user. Display users. So function, we can create a function. Can create this way, a6. But no, I don't want to do that. I just want to create a function. So this guy take the users, and then we can just console.log them. We want to see if the users exist in this one. First of all, can do if users dot length is the same thing as you checking if users greater than users dot length is greater than 0. So we just do user dot length if it exists, that we keep doing. All right. So if users, we want to console.log users. We got users. So now I want to call this method here. So the method is just the function. This function is just to display the users. So what I want to do, I want to call it here. I display users, and then I pass in our users data. Sorry, user data, like that. So if I save and then back to our browser, we got users. So we got no problem, we have no issue. So what we want to do now, remember we have our variable here, data list, where we want to back to our HTML first. You'll see that in the data list is here. We want to now append now our list, users list. So say users list. I'm not sure if this is the right one. User list. So here we are going to show now users in this list. So to do that, then also if you take data list, you see now our data list classes are styling are here, CSS are here. So this is how you style our data list. We in a grid, etc. So back in our JavaScript, we get the data list. So we want to append inner HTML. We want to add inner HTML to our data list. But before that, if we get the data list, we get the users, we want to do for each loop. We can do dot for each loop, for each, and then we give it user. So if you don't know about JavaScript array methods, please, I highly recommend you to go to your browser and then type JavaScript, JavaScript array methods. We got documentations here, W3 School and Mozilla. Okay, back in our VS Code. So if you're console.log user, and then back to our browser, loading users. Okay, now we see we got now, first of all, our spinning is showing, loading users, and then hiding the spinner. So now we've got users. You can see now every user, each user got much of property, users an object, and then each of them got properties. Next, we want to create now a list. Our AI is smarter to show us what to do. So we create a list, const list, li stands for list. Oh, this is the same as if you go here, you could have done list, whatever, but we are not doing it there, so we are doing it through the JavaScript. So we do const list, we create list, and then now we take list. We want to now append some HTML there, add some inner HTML there. So list dot inner HTML is equal to backtips. Yeah, the keys be the key before your number one key on your keyboard. And then what we want to do is, I want to, first of all, we want to clear if is there any HTML on this data list. So we want to clear it because we want to create a so clear do data list dot inner HTML is equal to empty. So clear the previous HTML, clear the list. And then after you get the list, if you go, you take, first of all, let's go to our previous, our original web. You see that you can get rid of this. You see that we have a list, and we have user image, avatar, plus name, email, and then the button. So to do this, we have to go to our VS Code, and then I'm trying to see that we can add image here first. So I can add img, stand for image. In the img, how we add source. AI is helping us to suggest the content to add, but we want to add medium. Want to add medium. I will show you all those properties from the users, from a user object. And then for the add, we want to add the name, first name and the last name. Okay, so if I comment this, I can comment this and just console.log user to show you what we get there, what we got in there. Go back to our application, and then this is user. You'll see that we got user, got cell, DOB, email, gender, etc. But we are much interested in this one. First one is name. If you take the name, you see we have name, we have the first name, last name, and the title. We also have nationality, etc. So if you take the picture, you see now we have large, medium, and then thumbnail. So we want to get the medium, and comment here, and then comment that one. We want to get the medium. You can keep that for now. Get medium, and then name and last name. Secondly, want to add a paragraph. So for paragraph, we can give it a class of name, but I don't think we have this class of name. If you go to CSS, try to search for name, class is not there. You can actually create it. And then say font weight, say bold. Okay. Back to our JavaScript. So we have name, first name and last name, and then we go again. We want to add email or smart. So we have email, and we don't want to show this one. This will show in the details. Okay, so now we just have a button. The class of which one is this one? You see, you got a big button here, so you can give it a class of details. I will show you that class detail btn. Copy detail btn. Back CSS. Let's search for detail btn. This is the class of detail btn. Okay, this is a class of details btn. Now back to our JS. So data ID, but not data ID, data index. Use data index. This will help us to make sure that you are at the same index ID. You select the exactly index. So in this case, we want to pass, actually, we just want to pass our index, current index. Select the current index number, the current number. For the following one, since it is a button, but close it, close the button, and then I want to just add the text here, show details. That's it. Okay, I think that's it for now. We just have image, name, email. This one I can give it the same name, but I can get rid of this. We don't need this one here. We don't have that class. Image, name and email plus button. So after that, now we want to add now inner HTML to our list. So if you just go to your browser, type for your JS inner HTML. Here we have good documentation here. You can take W3 School. You'll see the example, live example here. So this is what we are doing here. We want to, let's take this one. This is what we are doing here. So take your time to read and understand. So we want to now add this this list to, we want to append it to our data list. So to do that, I can do still inside the loop. So data list dot append child, and then we append our list. That's it. So if you append our list, back to our browser, let's go to our browser, reload. We don't have any error. Trying to see if you have error. We don't have error, but now we are getting error. A reference index is not defined because we need to add index here. This one in a for each loop, user.for each. So we need to add index. The second param can be index. So to know our current index. All right, so if I save again, now we have users. Congratulations. Now we have users. And this is our original application, and this is our current application. All right, so what we want to do is now, but if you click on this one, nothing happened. If you go to our original application, you click this one, you see that you are able to open the model and see the details. So to do this, we have got a button, but it's not working. So we have to add an event listener. We can go back to search for, find our button. Where is our button again? We want to find the button. Where is our button? The button is not actually there, but the button is here. This is the button. Instead, we want to select the button through the list. So what I can do, we can do li for list, add event listener on click. Add event listener on click, but I don't want to do that. I want to do I want to do button, and then I want to select the I want to take the list and select the button. So I want to do a query selector, and then we want to select ID of BTN. Remember, this is the ID you have here, the class you have here. So I want to select the queries. I want to select the button detail BTN class. So I select that, and then I also want to add click, add listener. So another way what I can do is I can say btn const or let btn is equal to li dot query selector btn, like that, and then add event listener the way AI is suggesting. But I can also do just in one line li dot query selector, then select btn details, and then add event listener, close that. So this is very simple, add event listener. So on click, I can just console.log user, on click console.log user. So users with the index, users data with an index or with a current index. This is what I'm doing here. Users data with the current index. So if I close this, go to our application, this is our application, fetch demo, and then console. If I click, you see now we are getting that user. So what we want to do is that we want to show the model on click. So to do that, I can also just now target the model. We know that, okay, we have our model is somewhere here. This is the model. So we can say, okay, on click, instead of doing everything inside here, we can call a function, say call show model function, show model, show model function. Okay, so we don't have the function yet. Let's show model or open model. So open model, you pass the user. So you can pass the current user. So the current user is index, or sorry, user's data, and then the current index. So this method does not exist, so I need to create it. So I have to show you outside of this one. So outside of the function, this is the function. The function, and then user. Okay, so click, the AI is suggesting us the content to add. Sometimes you don't have to accept it, you just have to skip it. So what we're trying to do here is, okay, now show user. You can check if user in a production project, you always have to check if user exists. If not, show an error. So this is a good this is a good way to do things. Okay, so if user, we want to show the modal, so okay, our AI was smart enough, but I'm not sure about everything here. I can walk through. Okay, that's not bad. We save it, that's not bad. Okay, we have now modal dot style dot display block. Okay, and then we show the first name, which we can just do a paragraph and then just wrap this in a strong, and then just strong tag. We show that, and then the following one we have gender. We're supposed to show gender. All this, most of this one is not exist, does not exist. I think it is there, but we are not just interested in that. We can show gender. So gender. So for gender will be user or to gender. And then we have email, show email. And then the one is we just want to show location, address, location dot street. So the location we just go take location dot city, take city, that's it, city, and then we don't want this one, all of this one, get rid of this, and then this, just take country. This one is enough. And then we want to show the, so img, so we want to show the image, picture large. Okay, that's correct. Okay, block. So this was model content. If you see, this is our model content. If you don't understand or you just want to know more, model content. So this is a model content. If I take model content, we go to, I take the class name, we go back to our HTML. You see, this is our body. So this is where you want to show the details. Now this is the details. Here is the details. So we want to show the title, the name, gender, email, and then age. Okay, so if I save this, but you could do display block after. I'm not sure if there's actually any issue with that, but all right. So if I now save and go back to our browser, this is what we have, but I can get rid of this. Where was it again? Console.log. Remove that one. Back to our browser, and if I click, now we got user. So user, about user, and the details, all of that. Okay, so that's it. That's good. What next? But we can't close this one. You can just there stuck there, so you cannot close it. So to add that, we need now to also target the browser. First of all, we need to close the modal. I know we have we have a close modal class, not a variable, which we will use document.carry selector. We get the close button, which is just somewhere here. This is the close class. So with that one, we want to add now an event listener. So you can do close dot add event listener. Click, we want to do something. On click, we want to add in this one, display to know. So if I close that and then back to our browser. Just go do open user and then close. Now we are able to show to close the modal. So if I open again, I click on the window, target is nothing. It's not closing. But if you go to our original website, open, and then click outside of the modal, you see we are able to close the modal. So to do that, we have to target now window. Use add an event listener on window. Say window dot add event listener. So we want to listen on click. So we want to do something. Our AI is smart enough to help us, suggest us for the next content. Let's just select this. So I'm using Code Inyom. Is a good one for developers. If you don't have it, please go ahead and install it. Go to extension and search for Code Inyom, this one. All right, so save it. Go back to our browser again. Where's our application? This is our application. Open user, tap anywhere. You see now we're able to close our modal. All right. First of all, let's get rid of the cookies. See, we cannot do anything. Let's get rid of this. To do that, we want to target the set cookie button. We want to, first of all, we want to add key. We want to add on event listener. First of all, add event listener. On click, set cookies. Okay, set cookie, we don't have it. Here you are able to pass set cookies. No, I don't want to do that way. What I want to do, I can create this. I don't want to do that. I can just roll back. Add event listener. I just want to do everything in line. We don't have much to do there. So set cookies. What we want to do is check if cookie exists or accept cookie. We want to access the local storage, local storage, set item. Nope. We want to set cookies, local storage, and then you want set cookie consent, then we want to set to true. Then we want to add in the cookie banner, but I can add a hidden class. What I would like to do is, since we have a hidden class, class list, add, and then we want to add hidden. Yes. That's it. But we want to check cookies. First of all, we want to check set cookie, but we also want to check cookies. So we want to check cookies if it exists. We don't want to do that. We want to create a function. Function set check cookies. So what I want to do is local storage dot get item cookie consent if is equal to true, hidden, else remove hidden. Okay, so this is what I want to do here, but you want to load that on window. Listen on window load. When page loads, you can do that window.onload. We want to set, sorry, go back to our JavaScript. We want to load this one. So window on load. Window got so much properties and methods. So if you console.log window, you'll be able to see bunch of properties in the window. This is our application. So window, you see window, all right. So we've got a bunch of properties and methods you can use. Go ahead and read all of them, please. So window on load, we want to call the function. This is check cookies. So check cookies, we just go access our local storage, get element, get item, cookie consent. If is equal to true, we remove or we add the hiding class. Else we remove the hiding class. So if I save that, and then I go back to our browser, this is the cookies. I reload, but we will have conflict since this application is running. So what I can do is get rid of this, close our original application. We don't need it anymore, our original application, and then just go to our demo application, and then I reload. So what I like to do is clear cookies and then test it. Clear cookie and reload the page. Now we have cookies. If I set cookie, it's gone. If I reload, now the cookie are not showing. But if I go back to our cookies again and then reload, or clear cookies and reload the page, now cookies are there. Congratulations, this is working perfectly. All right, so what's remaining now is a search and then theme. Okay, let's work on filter first to show. Even if you type something here right now, it's not showing. So what we want to do, we want to add a filter. Where was user, display user? Right here, let's add filter. Say filter users. All right. So if you add comment, AI will be able to understand exactly and then help you, suggest you content you can add. So what I want to do, I want to listen on filter. I want to listen on filter. Where's our filter again? All right, so filter, our input filter, say, where is it again? Input filter. Okay, input filter. So we want to add event listener. So listen on input. So we want to create a function to pass an event. So what we want to do, we want to create a new variable. Create a new variable, store the target, the value from the input, whatever value you pass, whatever value you pass here. So we store that value in first of all you set it to lowercase and then you store it in this variable, and then secondly, so we create now a new variable, filter users. So where now we take our users, you filter. So if you go to JS array method called filter, you'll see now you can read about filter. Here is an example of filter, how can do. So for example, here is age is equal to 32, 33, 33, 16, 40. So document.get element by get element by id demo dot inner html is equal to filter dot ages dot filter check adult. And then this is what we have here, the function. The function just check the adult. The function take the current age which you give, and then if the age is greater than 18, that's return. So what we are doing here is whatever you will pass in this one, the name, first of all you convert it to lowercase, you set it to lowercase, and then we filter our users data now single user, and then we filter if it match actually our value, and then we store the data in this new variable, which is filtered users, and then we call our display user again. Where is our display users? These are our display users, and then you pass the filter users. So if I save this, we go back to our application, and then if I type name, any name, you see now we are getting. So this was so simple, so easy to do. Next, we want to target the theme mode. So to do that, we have a theme toggler. This is our theme toggler. So for the theme toggler, I want to get, I can add this here. So theme toggler, add event listener. We want to listen on click. Add event listener on. So what we want to do, we want to check, we can access the body.class.toggler, and then theme. Sorry, we have to remove that one first. Get rid of this. Okay. First of all, is toggle dark mode classes. So what we want to do is want to check if got an error, if theme, no, we want to check if the body class list contain that theme. What we want to do, we just want to remove the sun class, and remove the sun class, and then set the moon class. That's one. But also we want to access the local storage dot set item theme to dark, and then we also want to, no, that's it. Else, want to do else, local storage set theme to light, and then remove the moon, and then set the sun. All right. So if I go back, set back, nothing happened. Looks like we have a problem here. Sometimes AI can lead you into some issues. So body.class with theme. So we have this one. Actually, this is the class we're supposed to set. Dark mode and light mode. Dark mode, and this is light mode. Okay, save this. What I mean, we have oh, we got theme toggler. This is our theme toggler. Where's theme toggler? This is theme toggler. All right. Get element by ID. This is theme toggler. So add event listener. Sorry. Add event listener. So on click, let's just get rid of this. On click, toggle class. So just toggle class. Dark mode. Sorry, this was dark mode actually. So we want to check if body dot class dot contain class dark mode. So we want to remove the sun mode and then set the moon mode. Set the moon, and then so local storage dot set now item, what you want to set. You want to first of all want to set the theme to dark. Okay, and then else want to remove the moon and then set the sun and then set the the, the theme to light. If I save that, then back to the browser, click, now we have everything working properly. All right guys, so this is it. This is now application. We can now filter user by name. If you type Maria or Maria, anything will appear there, Maria. So you can go ahead and play around with the code. I will leave the code, the link for this project in the description below, so you can find my GitHub. Next, I will show you now the easy way we can actually use the JavaScript framework. Some of the JavaScript framework, for example, VJS or React, to actually do the same thing in a real world project. We can also introduce Tailwind CSS. Thank you for watching. My name is Shaban Muswamba. Please subscribe to get much updates.